if you were a host for a talk show, who would you invite as a guest?
Maybe another version of myself.
Namaskara, Mangalore. This is Joanna and we are back again on Vertex Quick Bytes, this time with Wolsey Tauro, Managing Director of Dymac Global, Mangalore. This Quick Bytes episode will be all about the upscale growth, investment opportunities and remarkable results that are happening in Tier 2 cities like Mangalore.
So Mr. Wolsey, in today's Quick Bytes session, we would love to know more about you. So why don't you tell us more about your childhood and your education?
Well, so I did all of my schooling in the small town, 𝐃𝐲𝐿. So after that I did my engineering. I was actually fascinated a lot about science fiction movies, so which actually drove me towards choosing a science field. So I chose mechanical engineering.
Where did you pursue mechanical?
I did it in Sridevi near the international airport. So I met a mentor who actually showed me a way where I could explore more of my design skills. So which led me to join a CAD training center. So I started to develop my skills there. Then I moved to Middle East as my first career, and I started working as a design engineer. So after that I always had an aspiration towards moving to Europe for my masters. Finally I got into Ireland for my MBA. So I pursued my MBA there, and meanwhile I was working as a freelancer. I was giving my services as a freelancer where I got in touch with the global company, so which was Dymac. They actually recognized a lot of my design skills, and then we started our journey together with the director and myself in Ireland.
So we're actually really inspired by the work you've done at Dymac Global. So why don't you walk us through your personal journey and also the challenges you may have faced along your career?
After I moved to Ireland, so I pursued my MBA in Marketing Innovation and Project Management, and parallelly I was giving my freelance services as a design engineer. So where I got in touch with this company, Dymac Global, the director of the company. So then this company actually needed my skills to implement most of the designs, also like into marketing, project managing, everything, which actually got connected to my education. So I thought it's a good experience to start with a startup company, and that's how we got into an agreement, and we started to develop our designs, also the marketing, like the specification sheets and certifications, everything. And then we thought and we started to get some good orders, and that's how we thought we can grow this company to the next level. And so at that time I thought of moving back to India, where we can develop our workforce, so and also to pursue my other dreams. So I came back after my masters, and I was still giving my services, and then our requirements started to grow gradually. So I had to hire few more people, train them into design, and we first bought a rented out office in Mangalore, which was very small, like a quarter of this office. So we started with one. We started to train him. I got promoted to a head design engineer, and then gradually our requirements started to grow. We started to expand. So it went on multiplying from 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and now we are at 20.
That's great.
Yeah. Now we are one of the largest supplier of premium fuel storage tanks. And we have started our manufacturing also in India, where we used to do it in China, Poland and other part of the world. We have about 8 distributors around the world. Most of them, majority are in Canada, US and Europe. So most of our market is like a globally, like we sell tanks to Middle East, Europe part, Australia, US and Canada.
So that's why it's Dymac Global.
Yeah, it's a global company. We are still expanding. Now we have got into renewable products as well. We are into R&D. So far we have only dealt with the different types of fuel storage tanks. So parallelly we are shifting into renewable products like lighting towers, solar, wind turbines. So like we have our entire team here, engineering, marketing, and our directors are based in UK and Ireland. So all the operations happen here.
I see.
And I lead the team.
So what kind of products are you guys currently working on?
We have like a standard set of products. A major selling product is the fuel storage tanks. So we have capacities ranging from 250 liter up to 110,000 liters.
Okay.
So I can just show you the 3D model of a cube tank. So these are like double wall tanks. So we have like 3 layers in this. So this is the top lid, and inside this there is this is an external tank. So inside this comes a primary tank. So this is to avoid any leakages in the tank which will be accumulated in the external tank. And these products are actually UL certified, UN certified.
Okay.
So that's how like most of the products are sold in global market. So here in India we are just starting to get these products into the market because of its usage. So because most of the Canadian, US countries are like cold countries, and
Yeah.
these products are most of them are like sustainable in like cold countries.
Okay.
Yeah. So for Indian market, like we are doing R&D into like single skin. So that's how it is applicable.
So I see you have chosen Ajanta Business Center in Mangalore as your office space. So I was very curious to know, why did you choose Mangalore and why Ajanta Business Center?
Because I was like born and brought up in Mangalore, and I share a same culture with most of our employees and colleagues. So, and I think Mangalore has a very good talented people. They're very skillful, as well as like most of them are English speaking. And for a global company like this, I just thought maybe Mangalore would be a suitable place. Like we wanted a isolated place away from like large metro cities. South is one of the hub for most of the people for education.
It sure is.
Yeah, so that's how we started in Mangalore. And if I come back to Ajanta, why Ajanta, then it was very difficult for me to find a place that where we will have our own departments, how to design. Like we would get the places like for a rent, but we didn't have the liberty to plan and organize the spaces however we wanted. And during the COVID time and all, we couldn't operate from the offices. So we went through a very challenging time during that time, and finally I got one space in the prime location of Mangalore. And though our team was expanding more and more and growing, it happened to be like a stock market. Everybody were like talking on the phone all the time, running around, and I thought we have to have our own workspace, designed workspace. And that's how like one of my my own wife, she was working in Bangalore like for 6-7 years, and she actually suggested me of a co-working space.
Okay.
And we just went into Google. Like Mangalore is a small city. I never thought there would be certain like that kind of a facility in Mangalore. But for our surprise, we found Ajanta Vertex workspace, and it was like very fascinating to see such a good place in Mangalore, like with all the facilities and also like the good prime location with parking facility. Because we faced a lot of issues in our previous places, and that's how we thought this would be like very good place for us to expand our company and our own meeting rooms and cabins.
So you've been leading such a dynamic team at Dymac Global. So what, according to you, as a leader, should be the one characteristic that a leader should possess?
Well, it's a difficult question to answer, but I think a leader should have like many characteristics. Out of that, if I choose some of it, like I think leaders should take up all the responsibilities for a company, for stand up for the employees. Like if there is anything which goes wrong or for anything which goes right, at last the leader is the one who should strictly take all the responsibilities for that.
So Wolsey, this is going to be a quick 5 session where I will ask you 5 random questions. So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Shoot it.
So first question, if you could master one favorite sport, which sport would that be?
Swimming.
Swimming, okay. If you win $1 million, how do you plan to spend it?
Probably part it and invest it into my other dream projects.
Okay. And in one word, what would your team describe you?
Risk taker.
Nice. And in one word, how would you describe your team?
Self-dedicated.
Okay. And if you were a host for a talk show, who would you invite as a guest?
Maybe another version of myself.
Not bad. So that was Dymac Global in this Quick Bytes episode featuring Mr. Wolsey Tauro, Managing Director of Dymac India. Stay tuned for more episodes until then.